So, good morning everybody. Great to have you all here again. Lovely to see you. Let's see, we've got Patricia, we've got 40, we've got Oksana, we've got Vitaly as well. Hi there to all of you. But Patricia, that's true. The more you learn, the more you understand that you don't learn or you don't know. You understand all the small nuances and all of the problems and all of the difficulties. You just understand things at a much higher level. Okay, I've got a very easy exercise to warm you up with. It's great to see you, 40. So we've got the verb weigh, yeah, to weigh. What is the noun? What is the adjective and what is the adverb? Yeah, so weigh. Weigh is the verb, to weigh. So what's the noun? What's the adjective and what's the adverb? Okay, this is a good start from Vitaly. And here, okay, yes, you need an E in there, yeah. And what I like with this one, they say I before E except after C, yeah, and this is definitely goes against this rule. WEI. Okay, so that's good. That's good, 40. That's good, Vitaly. And what about the adverb? We're almost there. It's a nice, easy question to warm us up. Okay, so very clearly, the noun. Okay, this is good. This is good. The adverb. Patricia, yes, all three. Weightily, yeah, that's it. So, noun, weight. Adjective, weighty. And the adverb, weightily. Yeah, yes, that looks fine. Okay, let's try another one of these. Weightfully, no, weightily, weightily. Weightily is definitely the adverb. Yeah, he spoke weightily about serious matters, for example. Okay, so let's try the next one then. The next one is wide. Okay, so the adjective is wide. Okay, this is good. So, okay, and the verb's the question. Okay, that was really good. That was really easy for you. It doesn't look too good like when you've had too much chocolate. Okay, so this is really good. Well done, Vitaly. Well done, AK 40. That's the verb is, I think, the difficult one of these. So, adverb, widely. This is widely distributed. Width, the width of this, and then the verb to widen. Yeah, to widen, to lengthen, to heighten, to deepen. Very often with these, just with the EN. And Manny, lovely to see you. Well done, Manny. Width, widen, widely. Love it. Well done, Manny. Good to see you. And let's have one more then. Okay, so next one's reasonably easy. The next one, the adjective is private. And all we need to do is just find the other words. Vina, lovely to see you. Okay, so the adjective is private. And Manji, lovely to see you as well. Great to have you. Okay, that's too good. And what about the last one, Vitaly? Last one's not as difficult as it seems. So, Good work from Vitali, good work from Guarenta. Hi there for Learn, lovely. Okay, so look at Vitali's answer. Lovely to have you, Sunny. Hey, yes, and this is the question. Is it with a Z as Vitali's put it, or with an S as Oksana has put it? As a Brit, I normally try to go for the S's, but I have problems with these. Okay, so I'll let some of the others answer, but this is good work. Good from Vitali, good from Oksana. And let's see, we get some more of these. Okay, privately, privatize. Yeah, both S and Z. And private, privately, privacy, privatize. Good work for Learn. Okay, so the adverb, verb, privately, and the noun, privacy, and the privacy, that's it, P. Well done. And the verb, privatize. Yes, it's going to take the S. That's lovely. Okay, that was just a little warm-up, something different. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to this article we were doing about, are you a subject, a consumer, or a citizen? Privacy or privacy, both are possible, Oksana. Privacy or privacy. Privacy. I would say either. I think I'm probably I tend to say privacy rather than privacy, but privacy is perfectly acceptable. Okay, so here we go. First question. And some of the biggest and some of the fastest growing companies in the world, privates, that's a noun as well, yeah, in the privates. And some of the biggest and some of the fastest growing companies in the world are testing, experimenting, trialing, carrying out, crowdsourcing and crowdfunding. So this is all to do with the with. Yeah, it's to do with the with. I quite like that. So, and some of the biggest and some of the fastest growing companies in the world are testing, experimenting, trialing, carrying out with crowdsourcing and crowdfunding. So how about giving me the prepositions or that go with the others? Okay, so this looks really good. We've got experimenting from Vitali, Oksana, Manji, Quarenta. Hello, Oppa, great to have you. And from for Learn and for Patricia as well. So notice, our testing, no with. Our trialing, no with. And carrying out, well, to carry out means to do. Carry out doesn't fit. Yeah, I think maybe trialing, they've got a plan that they are they're using and they're seeing how it works. Yeah, lovely to see you, Oppa. Whoops, so this doesn't fit. So bear with me just 1 second. I'll reduce the size. They're testing out. Yes, they're testing out. I like that. They're testing out. That's quite good. That's good work, Patricia. Okay, so when this is in place, when you can actually see it properly. Okay, that looks better. So, General Electric, for example, routinely crowdsources solutions for some of its key challenges. And the Body Shop, Anita Roddick, cosmetics brand, has induced, found, instituted, inserted a pioneering youth collective as part of its governance structure. Okay, so this one's quite. This one I think you're all going to get as well. So, Okay, for learn. So we've got instituted for Vitali and Quarenta. Yes, for learn. It should be founded. Exactly. Yeah, found needs an ed on the end. Has founded, and that would work, but without the ed it doesn't work. Yeah. I like Body Shop products as well. There are trials and tribulations for us poor ill students. Instituted for Manji. Have founded. Exactly, Oksana, and for learn as well. Okay, so have induced. You induce somebody to do something. You persuade. Yeah, he induced me to give him some money. Yeah, no, definitely not. To insert. Well, to insert means to put something inside something. Yeah, found needs to be founded, because to found means to set up. So, to insert. I inserted the key into the hole. Have set up. That's a good synonym, Vitali. So to insert, to put something into something. To insert is physical. So insert doesn't work, Oppa. Yeah, it's got to be instituted. To institute, to set up, to put in place, to start working with something. Okay. Yeah, they have instituted a new way of working. Okay, so next one I'm sure you're going to get. Okay, yeah, very definitely. Okay, so to institute something, to start something, to set it up, to put it together. Okay. Dipchandra, great to have you. Lovely to see you. Much more is going on below the conventional sonar, radar, X-ray signal, rooted in business models that are built to spread rather than scale. Induce, lead, prompt somebody to do something. That's good for learn. So this is a very common collocation below the notice are rooted in. Their roots are in. The base is in. The base that something's come from. Yeah. Okay, so this looks pretty good. You insert a word in a text to induce an emotional reaction. I love it, Patricia. That's very good. Okay, so this talks about something that most people don't notice. Yeah, and I guess it could work with any of them, but this is the collocation. So we've got radar for Vitali, for Oksana, for learn, for Oppa, for Manji, for Quarenta, and for Patricia. Yeah, so something is below the radar. A frenemy, somebody who's supposedly a friend, but they don't treat you very well. So something that happens below the radar is something that most people don't notice. Yeah, something that goes unnoticed. Okay, and these business models are built to spread out rather than to scale up, to get bigger and bigger and bigger. They're more worried about it spreading to lots of different people. Okay. It can destabilize your radar. I love it. Okay, we're beginning to see platform cooperativism. Yeah, it's friend and enemy, a frenemy, friend enemy. Okay, we're beginning to see platform cooperatism where Airbnb and Uber meet, face, stand, contend competition from companies like Ride Austin and People Eat, whose customers are also their owners. Yeah, you see, for example, I think Airbnb are starting to abuse their position in the market. Uber, I think, still works quite well. But, well, I think they probably need to get around legislation problems. I think these companies, it depends on the country and the legislation. Okay, so to meet competition, to face competition, to stand competition, to contend competition. Okay, so this is good. We've got face for Vitali, for 40, for Manji, for Vina, for Oppa. And yes, to meet competition. But if you meet competition, I would probably say to meet the competition of companies like Aduma, great to have you. Face for Patricia and face for Aduma as well. Okay, so and Gamer, great to have you. You face competition. Meet the competition of someone. To stand up to contend with. Thank you, P. You've taken the words right out of my mouth. Have to stand up to competition. To contend with competition from these people. No, it's great to have you, Aduma. And so let's try the next one. Okay, you're all doing very well today. And let's see it come through. There we go. The citizen future is also taking shape in the non-profit sector as organisations reimagine themselves as assistants, enablers, inciters, composers of citizen-led movement. So non-profit sector, this is talking about charities and organisations. So we've already got a difference of opinion. I love it. Okay, so yeah, the non-profit organisations are trying to change the way they look. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Are they assistants of citizen-led movements, enablers, inciters, or composers? Okay, I'm going to let some more of you give me some answers for this. I like this. We've got 15 people in the stream. It's a really good size of class. It's much better than 40. So Aduma's gone. So we've got Vitali says enablers, Falern says inciters, and Aduma says composers. I'm going to wait for some more answers because we got 3 different ones so far. They see their role as a positive thing. Okay, so Deep Chandra has gone for assistants and Oppa has gone for inciters. I think they want to empower people. Oksana, and as empowerers. I think empowerers would work very well. Okay, so let's look at these. Composers for Vina. Okay, this question is clearly harder than I thought. Composers or enablers? Let's see, a composer makes me think of music, yeah? A composer of music. I guess you could compose an essay as well. I think to compose, this is something much more artistic, an artistic composition. So compose, no. I'm not very happy with it, compose. Inciters, the problem of incite is normally you incite somebody to do something bad, yeah, to do something that's illegal, yeah, incitement to violence, to incite racial hatred, Yeah, if you're inciting somebody, you're promoting them, yeah, to, as Vitali says, I love it, violent or uncontrolled behavior. But you know a lot, Vitali. Manji goes for enablers. Composition arrangement, that's very good. So, an assistant. As an assistant of, I guess, but an assistant to me is a person. Yeah, is something that helps you do a specific task. Whereas to enable mean, yeah, this is a tricky one. Yeah, to enable, to make something possible. Yeah, because a citizen-led movement, it needs to be able to spread. It needs advertising. It needs to get known, and that can be a very difficult thing. Enablers. Although the word enablers is not very common. So, let's see. Full marks go to Vitali and to Manji. That's very good, to enable something. They enable, they make it possible. Okay, and... okay, in the UK, organisations like the RSPB, the Worldwide Fund for Nature, and Friends of the Earth are revarying, re-airing their strategies towards participation, coming in behind campaigns rather than starting their own. And extra marks for anybody who knows what the RSPB is. This is definitely a very British thing. If you get the letter B, then you'll know what it is. Orchestrate for the previous one. I quite actually like that. Yeah. As orchestrators. Yeah, so I would say orchestrators. So we've got, this is good. We've got answers from Vitali, from Opa, from Deepchandra, and from Aduma. Okay, so let's look at some of these. Re-airing. To air. Well, you could air your views. You could air your opinions. You air your clothes when they're rather damp. And for Oksana, and for Patricia. So, to air, no. Re-airing, I wouldn't re-air. To re-vary, to change again, no. To reconform. Of birds, the Royal Society of the Protection of Birds. Very good, Vitali. Okay. So, reorienting. Very definitely so. We've got orienting for Vitali, for Opa, for Deepchandra, for Aduma, for Oksana, for Patricia. Reformulating. Yes, I like reformulating, Patricia. Reorienting. This is to change the direction that you're going. Yeah? A reshaping. Reshaping's good as well. So to reorient, to put something that points in a different direction. So they're changing the direction of their strategy. They are reorienting. Yeah, to orient, to, I would say to orientate, to orient, to orientate, to put in a certain direction. Okay, so let's try the next one. And Greenpeace here is gaining currency in modern English. That's very interesting, Vitali, because as an old word, when I was a kid, enabler, no, but yeah, to enable, it's got this idea of helping people to do something, empowerment. They are pivoting their strategies. I like that as well, Oksana. So Greenpeace USA is embracing, holding, covering, spanning, sweeping a more collective approach, seeking to be, in the words of Chief Executive Annie Leonard, a hero among heroes. That's interesting about enabling. I can understand why it's becoming, it's gaining currency, yeah? Because an enabler is somebody who makes it possible for people to do things. So we've got some answers here. So to embrace a more collective approach, to hold a more collective approach, to cover a more collective approach, to span a more collective approach, to sweep of pig-headed baddies of the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds. So we've got yes. Okay, embracing. So we've got embracing for Vitali, for Oksana, for Oppa, for Manji, for Aduma, and for Patricia. And for Learn as well. To embrace is literally to put your arms round and hug. Yeah? But to embrace, to take something on, to use it. Okay, so to cover as well. In the idea of to span. So let's see, is sweeping. Well, you sweep the floor. I think something that's sweeping covers everything as an adjective. Yeah. Adopting. That's good. Embracing, adopting. I like that synonym for Learn. You hold, to hold a party, to hold a meeting. Yeah, is covering. I guess if they're covering, they're just adding a more collective approach. But they're embracing, they're taking it on, they're adopting, they're making it an essential part of their system. Yeah, they're making it important. So, embracing. Yeah, they're embracing a more collective approach. Yeah, naughty you as usual. I love it. Benchmarking a strategy, but if they're benchmarking it, let's see for Learn, they are using a strategy as a benchmark, but if they're benchmarking it, they're measuring how good it is against other things. Yeah, because benchmarking, to benchmark as a verb means to compare something with the industry standard. Yeah, my wife was told to embrace her mistake, so she hugged me. I love it. Yeah, yes, both. Well, me too, Vitali. So great to have you, Mukul. Okay, I need to put the next one. Okay. An embrace covers all. An embrace embraces all these words. I love it. Covers all these words. Okay. So we're going to have another one any second now. A new platform called Restore allows underlying, blue collar, hoi polloi, grassroots, common, nature. Oh dear. Let's start again. A new platform called Restore allows underlying, blue collar, hoi polloi, grassroots, common nature conversation projects from all over the world to plot their impact, connect and collaborate. So to plot their impact is to do a graph to actually show what impact they are having. And that's probably very important. Yeah, you might want to plot your progress in English. Yeah, okay, I like that. Yeah, it was a good joke, I agree, P. Okay, so we've got answers here. So let's see. If you call it a common nature conservation project, common here would just mean ordinary, something that is not unusual. Underlying is something that is beneath something else. It lies beneath. So the underlying reason for this is there is underlying inflation in the economy. Yeah, the underlying motivation for these projects. So Restore is a company, Mukul. Yeah, and hoi polloi, it means the general public, the normal people, Joe Public. It comes from Greek meaning hoi, the, and polloi, people. Yeah, it always amuses me that when people say the hoi polloi, because the, it actually says the people, because hoi is also the. Hoi polloi means common people, the great unwashed. Is a good phrase. Yeah. So this television is for the hoi polloi, the general people, not the posh upper classes. Okay. Yeah, it's a good joke. So we've got some answers now. Blue collar talks about people who do manual jobs, blue collar workers. Mediocrities. I guess for learn. So blue collar workers, plumbers. Yeah, the many. Yeah. So blue collar, plumbers, builders. People who work manually as opposed to white collar workers. So let's see, we've got grassroots from Vitali, Oksana, Aduna, from Patricia, from Manji as well. Okay, so grassroots support. This comes from the people. Yeah, if a political party has grassroots support, then the ordinary people in the country, I guess the hoi polloi, actually support them. Yeah, it's something that comes from the bottom. It's not from the top. It's from the base and growing up. Grassroots is a great word. I'm not sure I have a video on it. I'm going to write it down. Grassroots. Okay, so, well, let's do one more. Good. I like plot the impact. Yeah, they show, they follow, they... it's a good phrase, to plot the impact of something, to plot the progress of something. Yeah, you plot a graph. So, at the same time, community groups are declining, refuting, winnowing, rejecting the old models of aid and charity, and finding local solutions instead. So, we've got rejecting from Vitali and refuting from Forlearn. So, this is going to be bottoms up. Well, bottoms up means cheers. So, bottoms up. Lochain, cheers. Bottom up. From the bottom up. Grassroots, I get it. From the bottom up. Okay, so we've got rejecting from Vitali, refuting from Forlearn. Manji goes rejecting, Oppa for rejecting, the same with Vina and Mukul. Aduma goes declining. So, to refute is to prove that something is wrong or to disagree with. So he refuted my argument by giving evidence to show that it wasn't true. Yeah, to disprove, to refute. That's a great one for Learn. Your English is definitely improving a lot for Learn, but that's because you're studying. To rebut an argument. I love that, to rebut. Patricia goes for rejecting. Okay, so to decline, if you are offered something, you can accept or decline, but normally to decline is when something is offered to you, you're offered a choice, yes or no. To rebut by argument, thank you Vitali, that by is important. And then, so to decline, and to winnow. Okay, to winnow is to separate the wheat from the chaff. To cull out, that's very good. Oh, nice is it, separate. Separate. That's good. Okay, let's see. You see people who've got a basket and they throw it into the air and the seeds come down and the chaff is blown away. But to winnow, to take out the things that you don't want, to weed out. Yeah, so if you've got an interview process, you will winnow out, you will cull out, you will separate out the candidates that you don't want. So to reject, because reject is more general. Yeah, I think that's better. You decline an offer, whereas you can just reject something is turn your back on. Enamels. Okay, enamel is vitreous glass. Sort out the sheep from the goats. That's good to separate. Enamel is like a glass surface over something. It's to make something shiny. When you reject, you decline, you refute, and you winnow a lot of hidden and underlying criticism. So if you want to enamel something, you cover it in glass or sand, and you heat it to about 2000 degrees, and the glass or the sand melts, and you have like a glass cover over the surface of something. Yeah, to enamel, to give something a very hard surface. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is enough for today. You've been a great group, and I really enjoyed today's class. Well, I always enjoy giving class. I'm lucky I get to do what I like doing. So let's see. Next class on Thursday, 15th of Sept at... Yes, it's the coating of your teeth. Well, if I had any teeth. Next class on Thursday the 15th of September at 4 p.m. An enabled mug. An enamelled mug. Enamelled mug. Yes, French enamel is some of the best I've ever seen. I love some enamel products. They're really beautiful. I've got my enamel mug here. It was a quickie. It was a half hour. So thank you all for coming. It's been great to see you. Thank you, Manji. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Oppa. Thank you, Aduma. Thank you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you, Vitali. Thank you, Mukul. Thank you, Learn. Thank you, Vina. Who else is there to thank? Thank you, 40. And thank you, Oksana, as well. And who else is there to thank? And yes, and Oppa as well, and Deep Chandra as well. It's good. It was really good to have you. So I will hope to see you all on Thursday. It was lovely. On Thursday we will do sentence transfer.